So everyone's saying that property investment is finished, right? The Renters' Rights Bill has killed it. Too risky, not worth it anymore. Well, let me challenge that thinking today, because what I'm about to show you might completely flip your perspective. Flip your perspective on what's really happening in the market right now. Look, I get it. When you read the headlines about landlords potentially going bankrupt, when you hear about all of these new regulations becoming law, it's easy to think maybe I should just get out now. Or even, maybe I'm not going to get in at all. But here's what most people miss, and this is crucial: change creates opportunity. It always has. And the investors who thrive are the ones who adapt, not the ones who panic. Let's be honest about what's really changing right now. The new Renters' Rights Bill, just become law, means that tenants are on rolling contracts. They can give 2 months notice and they can just leave. And if someone stops paying, you're looking at 3 months worth of arrears before you can even start court proceedings. Then there's the court backlog and the bailiff shortage. We're talking about potentially 9 months before you can get your property back. 9 months of paying a mortgage with no income coming in. And here's the kicker that nobody talks about. Even if you've lost thousands during that period, the tax system under Section 24 could still say that you owe thousands of pounds on tax on rent that came in before they stopped paying. Sounds terrifying, right? But hold on, let me ask you something. Do you actually think that this is news to professional property investors? The truth is, successful landlords have always had to deal with difficult situations. The difference now is the rules are clearer and more structured. Yes, they're stricter, but that's actually going to drive out the amateur landlords and cowboys. So what does this mean for you if you're serious about this? Well, it actually means less competition, higher standards across the board, better quality tenants who actually appreciate professional landlords. So how do you actually protect yourself against all of this? 3 things. First, you need to be really good at the admin. We're talking certificates up to date, no missed checks, selective licensing where needed, prescribed information given at the right time, the national database that's coming in. Well, that's actually a good thing. It forces accountability on both sides. I've told my letting agent to flag certificates at least 60 days before they expire, not 30, because professionals are busy and tenants aren't always available for access. Second, tenant selection becomes absolutely critical. Right now, there are roughly 9 applications for every rental property in the country. You have choices. Use them. Check references properly, look at their social media, Google their name, see what comes up. I'm not talking about discrimination, I'm talking about due diligence. And always get a guarantor. Ideally a homeowner who can actually afford to pay their rent if they can't. Because a CCJ against a property owner actually means something. Third, documentation. Get full details. Name, date of birth, national insurance number, all of that stuff. Why? Because you have up to 6 years to pursue unpaid rent through money claim online. Now, here's where it gets interesting. And here's what the politicians don't understand. Right now, thousands of landlords are serving Section 21 eviction notices on perfectly good tenants. And they're doing this because they want out before the changes actually hit. And in turn, this actually means less rental stock available. Supply and demand. What happens when rent supply drops? Well, rents go up. The very tenants this bill is supposed to be protecting are going to face higher rents and lower options. And that's not me being political. That's just basic economics. And you know what else nobody tells you? Most professional landlords don't increase rent every year when they have good tenants. Why would we? A good tenant is worth their weight in gold. Void periods cost you money. Refurbishment between tenants costs you money. Letting fees cost money. It makes zero financial sense to squeeze an extra 50 quid a month and risk losing someone who pays on time and looks after the property. But now, with the restriction of only 1 increase per year, most landlords are going to use it every single year. Because at the end of the day, who knows what costs are coming next week? So while this policy sounds tenant friendly, the practical outcome might be the exact opposite. Look, here's what I really want you to understand. The UK desperately needs rental accommodation. Millions of people either can't afford to buy or choose not to. They need professional landlords providing quality homes. Yes, there are bad landlords out there. I'll be the first to admit that. But the vast majority of us are just providing a service that society needs. It's about creating a system that works for everyone. And right now, I don't think these changes quite hit that mark. Here's my final point and why I'm not saying property's done. Every major regulation change in history has shaken out the weak players and rewarded the professionals. The professionals who adapt, those who stay in the market and treat it like the serious business that it is, who follow the rules and provide excellent service, they're going to do extremely well. Because at the end of the day, people need to live somewhere. They always have, and they always will. So is property done? No. Is it changing? Absolutely. Is it harder than it was 10 years ago? Yeah. Will it require more professionalism, better systems, and smarter decision-making? 100%. But dead? Not even close. The question isn't whether property investment has a future. The question is, do you have what it takes to adapt and thrive in this new landscape? If you do, I'll see you on the other side. If this video challenged your thinking and gave you a different perspective, hit the like and subscribe button right now because it helps me grow the channel. And if you want to learn more about how to invest in property, come check us out at Property School. We've got hundreds of hours of courses, resources and masterclasses taught by the top UK property investors and trainers from Progressive Property. These are real millionaires teaching you how it all works and how you can start and scale in property right now. We've got content on all the different strategies and we show you how to do it all, even if you don't have the money. Joining's easy. Just type into any browser, property.school/go. Type it into any browser, then click join, and you can cancel anytime. That's property.school/go. Type that into any browser, and I'll see you inside.